missed. Man, the dirt's so thick that the wipers are scraping off dirt. Wow. That's great. This is another episode of the car gods are very angry with me for some reason. This thing is here for a cranking no start. Tow truck dropped it off a couple days ago. I find this to be entertaining. Here, let's just go on in there and fix that right up. This is a 2003 Chrysler Sebring. Probably got 250,000 miles on it. Let's find. Oh no, look at that, 74,000. Look what I did. I judged the book by its cover. Let's duplicate their concern. Okay, yeah, it cranks, doesn't start. Okay, let us I don't even know where to start. Popping the hood, maybe. It's a good place. It seems to be missing a back seat. I wonder if they've removed it to check out the fuel pump. What is all of this? There's some kind of, oh, you know what? That's the hydraulic system right there for the convertible top. I see what's going on here. That's like, that must be the little pump, and those are the hydraulic lines. That makes sense. Okay, all right. That's not our problem. Maybe it's just me. I might just be having one of those kinds of days where I don't have the enthusiasm that I usually strive to carry. I'll get over it though. I'll be fine. So let's see if we have any trouble codes. We'll start there. Let's see, 2003. There we go. Automatic. Hey. Nice radio station. Haha, no cam signal at PCM. Fuel pump relay control circuit. Both of those things will cause it to not start. Well, let's opening the hood and see if I can find a valve on a fuel rail to see if there's any fuel pressure in this thing first. We'll go there. Alrighty, I've been poking around down here and I can see one of the fuel lines. It's way down there on that green clip, but I cannot take it off to check, and I'm not going to do a bunch of work on this out in the parking lot. So just to rule out a fueling issue, I will install some fuel, and we'll see if it runs or tries to run on that. That will tell me if we have a fuel issue, an ignition issue, or some other kind of issue. So here goes nothing. Okay, we have a fuel problem. It's running on brake parts cleaner right now, and it's gonna die. All out of brake clean. Okay, what I need to do is gain access to the fuel pump, check the fuel pump for power and ground when the key is on, and if I have power and ground at the pump and I do not have a pump, then I need to replace the pump, and then this thing will work again. So let's dig around. Perhaps, you know, I might get lucky. Ooh, this back seat being removed may give me access to a fuel pump. Wrong. Nope, I've got to pull the tank out. There is no fuel pump access hatch here. Oh, that's too bad. More pry bar. Okay, let's get out of this thing. We need to push it into the shop. Chrysler moving on up. All right, let's see what we can do about getting access to the fuel pump wiring connector. I believe I'll have to let the tank down some. Yeah, it's up there. Okay. Well, there's the power wire for it. Maybe I can get to that from the inside. Yeah, I'm gonna check that first, see if I can reach a connector or something before I pull this tank down that feels empty. It ain't got no gas in it. Seeing as how this has the no back seat mod installed, looking through that little port that we just looked at under the tank, we can see what appears to be the connector for the fuel pump. So I'm just going to do testing right there at that connector, and that will let us know if this thing is getting power to the pump. If it is getting power to the pump, I will then conclude that the pump is faulty and has failed. So let's bust out the meter and check this thing out. Okay, let's find a good space in here to have a seat. to have a seat. That's funny. Alrighty, here's the connector in question. Actually, I don't even think I need to open it up. I'll just probe it from the back. Giggity. Okay, so I have printed the wiring diagram. I'm just gonna set this down right here next to this wasp nest. And here's what we're looking at. We've got the fuel pump motor and a fuel pump level sensor all encased inside of the fuel pump module. Now the level sensor and the fuel pump itself share a ground connection that is common. I do believe that the ground is okay and functional because when I key this thing on, the fuel gauge is working. If the fuel gauge was not working, I could suspect that there's a faulty ground, but since that fuel gauge does operate when keyed on, I do not believe that the ground side of the circuit was going to be the problem. So we're gonna check the power side of the circuit. And the power wire for the pump is the red wire. Now we see here there's a red right there. That's a fairly large gauge wire. So I do believe that that is the power wire for the fuel pump. And on the other side of the connector, that red changes from the red to a dark green with a white tracer. Coming back over here to the car side of the harness, there is a dark green with a white tracer that does connect to the red. So that's going to be our fuel pump power wire. So I'm just going to probe this from the back side, get it nice and deep like all the way, and we'll ground this side simultaneously. I'll click the key on, and as soon as I key it on, we're going to look for a momentary voltage spike here. That's going to be the priming function, and then it should drop back to 0, and then I will crank the engine. Upon cranking, I should see battery voltage or something close to it that's attempting to run the fuel pump. Okay, the meter's standing by. Here's the ground probe, and I'm just going to hold this probably right here to maintain a ground connection. And I'm reaching over to the front. Here's key on. Momentary voltage, that's priming, and here comes cranking. And it's got battery voltage while cranking. Confirmed the fuel pump is not running. This thing is going to need a fuel pump. Okay, meter powering down. Let's get our probe back there. All right, let's get out of this thing. I don't want the creatures to hatch and come after me. Oh, well, it's the next day, and this car's owners have decided to replace the fuel pump. So, tank's coming out. All right, this should happen in the most simple of simplistic ways. Disconnect these two hoses. One bolt here for this strap, one bolt there, and likewise 2 more on this side. And then the tank will come down and I can get access to the pump through the top side of the tank. Contact. Time to defeat some surface adhesion. Ooh, this rubber's hardened. Not cool. Give it back. Give me. Okay. Okay, it's free. Yeah, here she comes. This is good. Come out of there. All right, I'm gonna start to lower the tank. Gravity will do the rest. I'm going to remove one strap on one side first, reposition the jack, and then I'll get the other strap. Whoa! Sure didn't count on that. Okay, it's halfway out. Okay, so now I need to move this over some, reposition it, and then take the weight off this strap. Like so. Okay, one more of these, and then it's coffee time for me. Coffee. Are you stuck? There it goes. Gravity. Okay, I shall now begin allowing gravity to have control. Okie dokes, it's down a little bit further. I've got a couple evap system lines to disconnect. That one's already done. Let's see. Yeah, there's this manifold thing that I have to disconnect. One fuel line, and then the electrical connector. The purge or vent solenoid and the charcoal canister, that's just gonna stay here. I don't believe I have to take that off. Yeah, our pump's way up here. There she is. All these clips are coming apart, but these, usually you get a bunch of dirt inside of them, and you can't depress the clip part to release it. Loud noises. I spoke too soon. That one's kind of stuck. Come off. So you just gotta tell it what to do, and then it listens. All right. Tank coming down. Oh, electrical connector. Let's get that one. Two of them. All right, so last time I took a fuel pump out, you guys expressed quite a large amount of displeasure with my method because I had used a chisel and a hammer to drive the ring. And for fear of creating sparks and an explosion, everybody told me I shouldn't do that, and I should use a brass hammer or a plastic chisel. And you're right, I probably shouldn't be using a hammer and a chisel. So I will not do that this time. So you were right, and I was wrong. I won't do that again. There she is. Junk. I kind of got ahead of myself and pulled this out with all this dirt and stuff up here, so I'm just gonna kind of put that back so I can get rid of some of this dirt. There we go. Nice and shiny-ish. Okay, that's our new seal. And here's our new pump. It matches our old pump. Hang on. Yeah, this is looking good. Go in there, please. You can't do that. I have to reuse the hose connector clamps. The new unit did not come with replacements. All right, we're all set. Let's raise this thing back up into its home, connect it, and strap it back in. Click. Almost done. All right. Whoa. Almost lost it. Okay, this little evap hose gets connected to a hard line up here. I'll stick that in there right now. Got that one good, and I'm reaching up to get the fuel line connected now. That's hard because I can't really see that one, but I can feel it. Click. Got it. All right, that's all the way up. Let's get the straps and hoses on. Click. Oh, there it is. I tried to stick it in the wrong hole. Okay, strap number 2. Okay, I got the fill hose and the vent pipe plugged in. Alrighty, let's go hit the key and watch this thing start. Fingers crossed. Just kidding. Alright, here goes nothing. Key on. I'm gonna cycle it a couple of times just to prime the pump and the lines. Okay, let's do it. Start. One more time. Hey, it's coming alive. The battery's low. Come on, go baby, go. Okay, it's running. There we go. Yeah. All right, now that it's running, let's go back, check on these trouble codes, and I'm gonna go ahead and clear them. I understand there are codes there that I did not diagnose, but I want to clear them out because if they wish to continue fixing this car up, when I see it again, I'm going to want a baseline with regards to what I'm going to end up doing next. And the trouble codes will help give me a direction. Let's see, back into engine, yes. I could have selected previous vehicles and not done all this, but I didn't think of that until just now. Wait for communication, codes only, please. Yes, let's go. Okay, they're all the same. Let's do a clear, and we'll rescan to see if there's any trouble codes that are failing right away. Clear codes, yes. And it will not comply with my wishes. The engine is running. Power down, key on, clear codes. Begin clearing now. Restart. Okay, lights off. I don't think we have any immediate codes. Wait for module, yeah. Okay. Alrighty, at this point, we're good to go. I'm all done here. I have done what they have asked me to do, and I got this thing to run again. Scan tool powering down. There we go. All right, guys, I'm going to take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you for watching this video. I would like to see you back on another video in the future. And if you would like to be back to watch another video in the future, tap that subscribe button. By subscribing to my channel, you will tell the YouTube algorithm that you like my content, and next time you log into YouTube, it will be more likely to suggest future content to you. And that would be good for you, and that would also be good for me. That being said, again, thank you guys for watching. And most importantly, before I go, I want to wish each and every one of you a great day. Take care, everybody. I'll see you on the next one. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, powering down. Come here. Give it back. It's broken. Goodbye for now, Junkyard Chrysler.